Guys, we're going deep on this one, like really deep. We're talking about Project Excalibur, this whole thing the government tried to hush-hush back in the day. Imagine like lasers in space, right? Sounds like some Star Wars stuff, but it's real, and it's way more messed up than you think. We're talking secret weapons, aliens, cover-ups, the whole 9 yards. This is some next-level conspiracy stuff that'll keep you up at night for sure. Okay, so picture this. It's the freaking Cold War, right? The world is divided into 2 massive camps, each armed to the teeth with nuclear weapons. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Every move, every decision is a high-stakes game of chess where the wrong move could mean the end of the world as we know it. America and the Soviet Union are like 2 dudes sizing each other up at a bar, except instead of fists, they're holding nukes. The arms race is in full swing and both sides are constantly trying to one-up each other with bigger, more destructive weapons. It's a dangerous game of brinkmanship, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Super scary, right? So Reagan comes up with this idea, this Star Wars program all about putting weapons in space. The official name is the Strategic Defense Initiative, but everyone just calls it Star Wars because, well, it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. The idea is to create a shield that can protect the United States from incoming missiles by shooting them down from space. And the big cheese, the crown jewel of this insane plan? Project Excalibur. This was supposed to be the ultimate weapon, a space-based laser system that could zap enemy missiles out of the sky before they even had a chance to reach American soil. It was ambitious, to say the least, and it captured the imagination of both the public and the military. Basically, they wanted to put these freaking laser beams on satellites, right? Imagine satellites orbiting the Earth, armed with powerful lasers, ready to take out any threat at a moment's notice. It sounds like something out of a James Bond movie, but this was real life, and the government was dead serious about making it happen. And these lasers, they're not messing around, they're supposed to shoot down missiles from space. The technology was cutting edge and the potential was enormous. If it worked, it could change the balance of power in the Cold War, giving the United States a significant advantage over the Soviet Union. I mean, come on, it sounds insane, straight out of a comic book. The idea of space lasers zapping missiles out of the sky is the stuff of science fiction, but the government was pouring billions of dollars into making it a reality. It was a bold, audacious plan, and it captured the imagination of the American public. But the government, they swore up and down that it was all about keeping us safe, protecting us from those pesky commies. They painted it as a defensive measure, a way to ensure that the United States could defend itself against a nuclear attack. It was all about peace through strength, or so they said. But something just doesn't add up. Why so secretive? Why bury all this information? If it was really about defense, why keep so much of it under wraps? The secrecy surrounding the project raised a lot of questions and fueled a lot of speculation. It's like they're hiding something, and that's what we're going to unpack right now. We're going to dig deep into the history of the Star Wars program, uncover the secrets behind Project Excalibur, and try to understand what was really going on. Was it really about defense, or was there something more sinister at play? Stay tuned because this story is just getting started. So, the government's like, Project Excalibur? A name that sounds straight out of a sci-fi novel, right? But this was no fiction. This was a real project, with real implications. The name alone conjures images of knights and legendary swords, but the reality was far more modern and perhaps far more sinister. Oh, that was just about defense. Totally not trying to build a Death Star or anything, at least that's what they wanted us to believe. The official line was all about protecting the nation, creating a shield against potential threats. But when you dig a little deeper, things start to look a bit more complex. But like, come on, we've seen the movies, we know how this goes. The line between defense and offense can get pretty blurry, especially when you're talking about advanced technology. Hollywood has shown us countless times how these stories unfold, and reality often isn't too far behind. You start talking about lasers in space and suddenly you're the biggest, baddest dude on the block. It's not just about defense anymore, it's about power projection. The ability to strike from space changes the game entirely. It's a show of dominance, a way to keep everyone else in check. And let's be real, the US has like a bit of a track record when it comes to, military stuff. From World War II to the Cold War and beyond, the US has always been at the forefront of military innovation. Project Excalibur was just another chapter in a long history of military advancements. Some people think Excalibur wasn't about defense at all. They believe it was a cover for something much bigger, something far more ambitious. The idea of a defensive shield was just a smokescreen, hiding the true intentions behind the project. They think it was about power, about controlling the world from up high. Imagine having the ability to monitor and, if necessary, neutralize any threat from space. It's the ultimate high ground, a position of unparalleled advantage. Imagine, you've got a weapon that can take out anything, anywhere on Earth, in the blink of an eye. No place would be safe, no target too remote. The implications are staggering, and the potential for misuse is terrifying. That's some scary stuff, right? The idea that a single entity could wield such power is enough to send chills down anyone's spine. It raises questions about accountability, about who gets to decide when and where such power is used. And it makes you wonder, what were they really planning? Was it truly about defense, or was there a grander scheme at play? The secrecy surrounding the project only fuels the speculation, making it hard to separate fact from fiction. Were they going to be the world's police force, or something even worse? The idea of a global enforcer with the power to strike anywhere, anytime is both intriguing and terrifying. It suggests a level of control that goes beyond national borders, impacting the entire world. It's enough to make you question everything. What are the true motives behind such projects? Are they really for our protection, or is there a deeper, more complex agenda at play? These are the questions that keep us up at night, wondering about the true nature of power and control in our world. Okay, so this is where things get really juicy. We're going full on X-Files here, guys. Some people believe that Project Excalibur wasn't just about human ingenuity. They think we had a little help from our extraterrestrial friends. Or maybe like, we stole it from them. I know, it sounds crazy, but think about it. The government's been shady about UFOs for decades, right? Area 51, Roswell, all that jazz. What if they recovered some alien tech and Excalibur was their way of reverse engineering it? Like, imagine if those lasers weren't lasers at all, but some kind of alien weapon system we don't even understand. It's the ultimate conspiracy, right? The government using alien tech to build superweapons. It sounds insane, but is it really that far-fetched? Okay, so let's talk money. Project Excalibur, like all those top-secret government programs, cost a fortune. We're talking billions, maybe even trillions of dollars, all poured into this black hole of space lasers and Cold War paranoia. But where did all that money go? Some people believe it went into the pockets of like secret societies or shadow governments, you know, those groups that control everything from behind the scenes. They think Excalibur was just a way for them to funnel money and power to themselves, all while keeping the public in the dark. It's like, were we really scared of the Soviets? Or were we just being manipulated into funding some secret agenda? It's enough to make you want to wear a tinfoil hat for real. So, the big question is, did Project Excalibur actually work? The government's been pretty quiet about that, which, like, duh, makes everything a million times more suspicious. Some people think the whole thing was a giant flop, a waste of money and time. Maybe the technology just wasn't there yet, or maybe they hit some kind of roadblock they couldn't overcome. But then, there are others who believe that Excalibur was a success, but they're keeping it under wraps. Like, what if they actually figured out how to build these space lasers and they're keeping them hidden as some kind of ultimate weapon? It's like, are we living in a world where these things are actually up there, watching us, waiting for the order to fire? It's terrifying and kind of exciting at the same time, right? Okay, buckle up guys, because this is where things get really wild. We're diving into a realm where science fiction meets reality, and the lines between the two blur in the most fascinating ways. Like, we're going full-on conspiracy theory here. Imagine a world where the unimaginable becomes possible, where the boundaries of our understanding are pushed to their limits. Some people believe that Project Excalibur wasn't just about space lasers and Cold War paranoia. It was a time of intense scientific exploration and technological advancements, where the stakes were incredibly high. They think it was about something much bigger, something that could change our understanding of reality itself. Imagine the implications of such a discovery, the sheer magnitude of what it could mean for humanity. What if, and just go with me on this one, Excalibur was actually an attempt to open a portal to another dimension? A gateway to realms beyond our comprehension where the laws of physics as we know them cease to apply. I know it sounds insane, but think about it. Throughout history, many groundbreaking discoveries were once considered impossible or the stuff of legends. We're talking about massive amounts of energy being focused in space, The kind of energy that could potentially warp the very fabric of space-time itself. Who knows what kind of weird effects that could have? The universe is full of mysteries and our understanding of it is still in its infancy. Maybe they accidentally ripped a hole in the fabric of space-time, or maybe they made contact with something else. Something beyond our wildest imaginations, something that defies all logic and reason. It's the kind of stuff that keeps you up at night, wondering if there's more to our world than we could ever imagine. The possibilities are endless, and the truth might be stranger than fiction. So, next time you gaze up at the stars, remember that the universe is vast and full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. So, whatever happened to Project Excalibur? The official story is that it was quietly shelved as the Cold War ended, but come on, do we really believe that? Some people think it went even deeper underground, hidden away in some secret government facility. Maybe they're still working on it, perfecting those space lasers for some future conflict. Or maybe, just maybe, it's all connected to something even bigger, something they're hiding from us. It's like, what don't we know? What are they not telling us? The truth is out there, guys, somewhere in the shadows. We just have to find it. What do you think about the dark conspiracy theories surrounding Project Excalibur? Was it a bold leap for humanity's defense or a dangerous experiment with hidden agendas? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's most shadowy secrets. Until next time, stay curious and stay vigilant.